Acushnet Mass. The Brightman family, she gets kicked up to the high side, however, as Morissette slides by underneath. He takes the lead, looking to celebrate his birthday week in style. He's got Perry, Cestodio. Here comes Benoit to the inside of Bergstrom, all on his tail.
Down through 3 and 4 they go. It's Morissette leading the way with Perry and Cestodio all over the rear bumper of Perry's. They race through 1 and 2. Down the back they go. Benoit takes over that 4th spot, and here comes Danny Massa racing for 5th.
Massa down to the inside of Bergstrom as he falls back one more position. Menard sits 7th on the field, and here comes Jeremy Lambert in the number 15. The 67 Tim Ouellette slides back one more spot into 8th. Down the back stretch, top 4 cars, nose to tail. We expected the fight between these top 5 cars, just not at lap number 5, as it's Morissette leading the charge down into 1. Cestodio slides up the racetrack, takes a look to the outside.
Perry all over the rear bumper there of Morissette as they start to approach some lap traffic for the next couple of laps. We'll see how that factors in. Morissette takes another lap lead down into turn number 1. Cestodio riding a bit higher of the lane off turn number 2 as Doug Benoit looks to challenge beneath him into 3.
Cestodio lining up that top grooves. They hit turns 3 and 4. Top 2 bumper to bumper off the corner with Morissette and Perry nose to tail. Benoit slides it down to the inside, but Scott Cestodio, the black and red 0-1, works that top lane down into turn number 3, evens up with Morissette off of turn 4.
Well, we've seen that top lane work. It works very well. Most notably last year we started a lot with Mark Jennison, and now Cestodio using it to his advantage, powered from 4th to 3rd, now fighting for that lead through the corner as they're side by side off turn number 4. Morissette able to beat him off 4 as they race into 1.
As Cestodio backed off the throttle with Cordero right in front of him, didn't want to run over the rookie, settled it back in, knew he had some time as the momentum works that top lane into turns 3 and 4. 10 down, 15 to go. Morissette continues to hold a half a car length advantage over the Ricky Salisbury machine down into 1 and 2.
Down the back they go, and it's a 5-car mob into turn number 3. Morissette, Cestodio still battling side by side. Cestodio's keeping up with Morissette on the outside, just can't seem to find a way around him. And he's got Greg Perry, Doug Benoit, and Danny Massa right alongside as Perry fights underneath him for 2nd.
Morissette now with a little bit of breathing room to the outside as Cestodio's got to regroup up in that top lane, the Lion Gate real estate machine. Perry working down to the inside. Meanwhile, behind them, Danny Massa in that black and red 41 all over the deuce of it. Doug Benoit. Doug takes a look to the outside. Here comes Massa down low as we've hit the halfway point. 13 down, a dozen remaining. Down into turn number 1. Cestodio continues to work the top side with the 77. Morissette showing the way.
Down the back into turn number 3. Down to the bottom. Cestodio goes far on the line. Little contact there and a big check up there. Perry has to slam on the brakes. Benoit got into the back of him. Everyone's still rolling though as they race through 1 and 2 down the back.
Some hard racing up at the top of the field when Perry and Cestodio made a little bit of contact. You can see the respect they have when Perry backed off the throttle. Benoit had a jam on the brakes as they all but ran over that orange, green, and black number 0. Up to the top side, here comes Cestodio again as they close in on the 23 of Mark Sienkiewicz to put him -1. Cestodio to the bottom. Morissette caught up on the outside. Down into turn 1. Cestodio on the inside lane. He looks for the lead off of turn number 2.
Power move from Scott Cestodio. Crossover now from Morissette. He's not going to get the nose under it. Here comes Cestodio off turn number 4. He'll lead that lap. He couldn't quite make the top line work. Fights to the bottom and ends up taking the lead. Now off 2.
Patience is the name of the game for that 2-time champion in the 0-1. Morissette throws it in hard and deep. A little bit of contact. Morissette gets the run in down to the inside of Cestodio to back off the throttle. Now we've got another battle for the lead. Morissette down low. Cestodio up top. Give the lead back to the 7 down into turn 3. Cestodio with a crossover move.
Off the corner they come. Morissette holds on to that lead, able to hold off the crossover from Cestodio as they race down, but the 0-1 is Cestodio all over the rear bumper of Morissette. Not going to let him go lightly as he tries high once again. Dips down below through 3.
Morissette looking for the win to kick kick off the season to celebrate his birthday, Cestodio. Sometimes it almost seems like he's toying with him. You see him jab on the brakes just a little bit sometimes, not to run over him. Down at the 3, Cestodio again takes a look to the high side. 4 laps to go. A little bit of tap in the back bumper down to the inside goes Cestodio. Morissette shuts the door one more time.
Close call there, but Morissette able to shut that door as those top 5 still bumper to bumper. Perry now letting Cestodio know he's still there with Benoit and Massa in tow. Massa to the outside of Benoit now as they're bumper to bumper off turn number 4 to cross the stripe.
A couple of lap cars in front of them could make the difference in this one with 2.5 laps remaining. Down the back straightaway they go. Cestodio trying to find a way back. Pushes the 77 down to 3. 2 cars in front of him as they come off of 4. Twin sticks up. Top 5 cars are going to break it down to 1.
2 laps to go as they race down to 1 underneath lap traffic. Cestodio practically pushing Morissette through the corner there. Morissette down into turn number 3 has to fight off the speed of the 01 to Cestodio. A little bit of contact there as they come off 4.
Off of 4 for the final time and across the stripe down into turn 1. Morissette slides up the racetrack. Cestodio gets a nose up down to the inside. Off of turn number 2. A drag race into 3. Cestodio has the advantage. Morissette sideways and goes around off of turn number 4. Cestodio picks up the win. Perry will finish second. Third place going to the 41 of Danny Massa. Doug Benoit finishing 4th on the grid. And Max Bergstrom rounding out the top 5. Morissette goes from 2nd to the tail off of turn number 4.
That was a heck of a battle from the entire race, and you come away with a victory on the final laps. How was that for you?
Yeah, the car got real tight. I ran way too many laps on the outside trying to go around the outside, and I had to drop in, and when we got down into turn 1 over here, everybody, the 77 slowed up more than I thought he was going to. I definitely wasn't going to make that move over there. I'm not saying I wasn't going to do it over here, but I didn't mean to get into him over here, but it's part of racing now.
How fun is it to get back in a battle like that to the start of the season?
I tell you what, it's been a rough week. I had some health issues this week. I pulled it together to get here for tonight. A lot of work over the winter. I was really happy to win this race. I have to thank my family. Everybody helps me with the car. Crystal, my girlfriend. I always forget to thank her. Just everybody. Billy Schwinard and Jody Schwinard for putting me in the car. Jay Lavoie, Appliance Repair. Elmwood Auto, Joe, you're the best. Craig Bianco over at Springville Memory Care. AK. Everybody. A lot of hands in this car, and we got more work to do with it now.